I am Irene Njoroge, and I want to give a disclaimer that I am not practicing as a clinician here because I do not have the license in Kenya. My license was in Canada where I left it, but I do practice as a behavioral therapist here in Kenya, and I lead a team with CAfRIC International. It's an organization that I founded there, and we do provide mental health and well-being solutions. Whether it's substance use treatment, is mental health treatment, and also we work with organizations and corporations because my joy is in helping people flourish. My background is in positive psychology, and I will echo what Honorable Kiraito, the Chief Happiness Officer and my colleague in this work, has said, that all of us yearn to just have a little bit of freedom, and that freedom comes through what? Money. But what I would like to leave you with to ponder tonight is, while you may have all the money that you want, and many of us have all the gifts, whether it's cognitive gifts, we have spiritual gifts, we have physical gifts, and we have all the other emotional gifts that we can to make money and opportunities to do that. Why is it that many people with money still struggle to find joy and to find happiness? And one thing I would want to take you back to is our inherent need as human beings. Forget about us with money, us as professionals, us as lecturers, us as whoever. Your basic core of humanness was born just in whatever context we came from. And all of us share these three universal needs: the need to feel seen, the need to feel heard, and the need to feel understood. Unfortunately, if you're Kenyan like me, we also share a heritage. And it's a heritage of pain, because we know where the freedom of our nation was born. And that heritage also denied many of us the opportunity to feel seen, to feel heard, and to feel understood in our own authentic skins. And what were we taught by our grandparents? What were we taught by our parents? That for us to feel seen, to feel heard, and to feel understood depended on what we did, isn't it? If you are the best at school, you are guaranteed to be seen. If you are the helper at home, your mother saw you more than your sibling who was not as good. And so we were given the platform to demand to be seen, to be heard, and to be understood, but only if we did something to earn it. What I would like for us to think about, that we don't have to do anything to earn that. When I introduce myself in the speaking engagements and I say, my name is Irene Njoroge, and I am a mom, and I am a wife, and I am enough. A lot of people say, why do you keep saying you're enough? Because I am enough. Without my titles, I am enough. Without my husband, I am enough. Without my children, I am enough. And because I am enough, I can make every other human being I interact with become enough. And because I am enough, I can make the money that come into my hands enough for me before it's enough for everything else. So why is it that we get so much opportunity, so much money, and still struggle to find joy? Because many of us, and this is in literature, for us, we have a need to belong, to attach. And that was even with our early years, with our parents or our early caregivers. But we learned, as long as I am me enough as Irene, as a child, as a girl who grew up in Gatundu, if I didn't do anything extra, I was not going to belong. I was not going to be recognized in the village. And so there are two competing forces. One is attachment or belonging, and the other one is authenticity. And guess what? These two, they compete for attention. And when we know that we are not going to belong, that is more threatening to us. Imagine not being able to belong into your family, to your parents. So that is more life-threatening. And so what do? When we cannot belong, we compromise the other most important element and aspect of our humanness, which is authenticity. So we compromise our authenticity to belong, and we learned that from childhood, and we have come up knowing that it is better for me to suppress my authenticity because it guarantees that I belong, that I fit in. all right? And so when I fit in, I feel powerful, and I am free because I have support around me. And money became the social currency that allow us all the time to do what? To get a spot on the table. And we have made this as our conscious or as our subconscious thing that we continue to suppress our authenticity in order to belong. And even when we have money, the decisions that we made on who, where, how I spend my money are not authentic. They are based on what I call fog, F-O-G. That the decisions are based on either fear, will I be judged if I don't? Will I be judged if I do? Obligation, all right? I am a mom, I am a government figure, I am a principal, I am that sense of obligation. And the last one is guilt. And because of this fog, we continue to do things that society rewards, but inherently, because our authenticity is suppressed, we are still not happy, we are still not feeling adequate. And one thing, the last one, is anytime we suppress our authenticity, we also suppress our immune system. And we are going to earn a lot of money and work very hard and keep using that money to treat illnesses that arise because of us suppressing authenticity. And I hope tonight, when you leave here, that the fog that is in your life, that fear, that sense of obligation and guilt, we all address it so that the money that we get in our hands, it is money we spend in authentic things. And in that tool we've been given by Mheshimiwa, that we can continue to budget, we can continue to make ourselves happy based on authenticity. Thank you very much.